Let us look at the world of implants and full mouth rehabilitation through these natural bridges in detail. So in Meghalaya, there are bridges. These are not made of steel or concrete. They are made of living roots of trees. Yes, and this is how they look. Simple bamboo structures are used as guides for directing the growth of the roots around these bamboos. And then the bridge is formed. These bamboo sticks by themselves don't grow, they don't adapt, but they shape the pathway of the roots, which will form the bridge. Now, in dentistry, implants function in a similar manner inside the mouth of the patient. There it was the bamboo, here it's the implant. There it was the root adapting around the bamboo, here it's the patient's body adapting around the implant. So the implants by themselves are not living things. They don't heal by themselves. They don't integrate by themselves. The implants are just guides. So now let's hear to the patient's story. The patient lost one or more teeth for some reason. And now the patient's body system is responding. The bone in that area is shrinking, teeth are drifting, the force are losing their balance. This is the point where many mistakes happen, usually. We tend to immediately rush to replace. But in implant dentistry, flow matters more than the speed of replacing. And how do we go with the flow of the body here? We first regulate, then preserve, then stabilize, and then go ahead and restore with the implants. In regulation, what are we doing? We are optimizing the patient's home and clinic support. And then in the section of preserve, we make sure that we are going to do the procedure such that we are able to protect the bone and we are going to respect whatever is remaining in and around that area. And then we study the forces in that area and plan the occlusion. Because before we are placing the implant and interfering with the tissues, we want to make sure that the future occlusion in that area doesn't trigger back stresses again. So we plan occlusion ahead in time and only then we go ahead and place the implant not as a solution but as a precisely positioned guide. Because the actual work is going to start only after the implant is placed. The roots will grow around only when the bamboos are going to direct them. Yes, they are the guides. So once the implant is placed, the bone responds, the cells organize, and the structure adapts around the implants, just like the roots of the trees in those Meghalaya bridges. They don't follow force. Nothing is forcing them. They just follow the guidance and time. And all of this doesn't stop only at single implants. All these principles work even when you are treating the entire mouth. Now, in a full mouth rehabilitation, It's not about just the crowns that you are placing. You are designing the entire system along with the occlusion, the forces, the vertical dimension. What we are missing out on over here is that even here in a full mouth rehabilitation, we are not in control. We can design the structure, but we cannot command the adaptation. You build, but muscles will respond, the joints will adapt, the periodontal ligament, if it's there, it will negotiate. And ultimately, the system by itself will either accept or resist what you have built. So, be it in a single implant or a full mouth rehabilitation, our role is not to impose the structure. Our role is just to place the right guides in the right place and design things in such a way that the body is willing to follow.